So I'm here at the MandelaEffect.com, Fiona Broome's website. Yes, Fiona Broome. I shit you not. The woman that looks like a gypsy witch, of course, with the name Broome. You can't make this shit up. You have to be pretty dumb not to notice it. Of course, people are pretty dumb these days. Now, let's just take a look at this. Look at it. Look at it. Look right away. Yes, we have t-shirts. Woohoo! Ding, 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 ding. Yes, of course you do. I bet you learned that from Jarajism and Deep Inside the Bullshit Hole and all the other websites. You guys are all allowed to make money off this shit. Team Berenstein, Mandela Effect. So you've got these different types of t-shirts. Let's go check out the Mandela Effect ones here. Look at this. I got a whole bunch of colors in different sizes. So does it say Mandela Effect? Are you a fucking brain-dead moron? I'm a brain-dead moron. I believe in the Mandela Effect. That would be the perfect thing to put on your shirt. And then you could walk around and people can laugh at you like they should. In fact, everyone should laugh at you. You should just put, laugh at me, and then on the back put, I'm a Mandela Effect believer. Because you're dumb. You really are. Let's see the Team Berenstein. Team Berenstein! Yeah, sorry. Let me get this correct. It's Team Beren #Stein. Oh, isn't that clever? Isn't that, they got all the different colors too. Isn't that, oh, how considerate of them. Oh, there's even red here. And then they've got these other shirts. What do these ones got on them? The Tesseract. Oh yeah, connecting all this crap together. Awesome. Berenstein or Berenstein. Wow. So they're always making money. All these shills that bring these bullshit things and make them viral. Well, they're not the only ones that are involved in making them viral. Obviously, Google and many other social media outlets are behind this, prompting these videos up, pushing this stuff into conspiracy realms, of course, to make us all look like idiots. And there's no bigger idiot thing that I've ever seen than the Mandela Effect. It even tops flat Earth. I never thought it could be topped. I remember before I was saying that it was like I think it was Press Reset, and I was like, dude, do you ever think they could come up with something dumber that like people would believe in? And we were like, I can't remember what Press said. I was like, I just can't. I'm trying to see like what would be dumber. Well, here you go. It's the Mandela Effect. So let's take a look at this then. So you got some of the articles here. You got the about, contact, memories, comments, site news, site maps, swag news. Let's see, major site changes. Let's see what they're talking about. What has happened? Why is there major site changes? It's the same change though. So has there been changes, or are they just the same changes that existed before? Perhaps that there was no major site changes. Perhaps you're living in an alternative universe where you imagine that there was major site changes, but they never happened. They were always the same. Of course, I am going by the idiocy of Mandela Effect retards. Fuck, every time I say that, I'm insulting retarded people. And really, I don't refer to retarded people as retarded people. I refer to them as handicapped people. Retards are much dumber. They're people that have functioning brains but refuse to use them and pollute YouTube and Facebook and whatever other social media outlets out there with their garbage. Now, for the past week or so, and this was April 16th, so a month and a half or so ago, I've been wrestling with the dilemma whether or not to make sweeping changes at MandelaEffect.com website. Of course, this is Fiona Broome that is saying this. It's not a new issue. After nearly a year of indecision, I can't compromise research time moderating comments. You having a problem with your comments? It's, you know, and it's funny because I wonder how many comments you get compared to how many comments I get, because I get thousands almost in a day. I mean, seriously, off all my videos, most of them I just let go. I don't care. You know, some of them I'll get rid of if they're just outright shilling, but yeah. Anyways, let's continue here. It's not just the time spent weeding out you're just confused insults. You see, people that call you say you're just confused are insulting you. They're telling you, you know, you're dumb. or you're confused. I mean, you're confused is a polite way of saying you're wrong, you're dumb. You've got all these things wrong, and it's not that you're living in some sort of alternative universe. It's that you're dumb, and yet your brain is rotting away, and that you need to get off the computer, stop watching YouTube videos, and start reading books. Otherwise, you're going to believe anything. Currently about 50% of daily comments. I love it. Yeah. That's a... Actually, I should do the slow clap of the Canadian Club Whiskey guys. But that is for all of you that have gone to this website and left these comments. Good for you. Good for you. I never checked out this website until the other day. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm also looking at the hours spent double-checking topics and references before approving sincere and helpful comments. Sincere and helpful comments are the idiotic comments that don't counter anything that you guys are posting, of course. The hook, line, and sinker idiocy, and the fake comments that shills will leave. Also, in some respects, this site has become redundant. It was redundant the moment that you made it. Many comments are mere summaries of what's being said about the topic at active and vibrant forums, including Reddit and Above Top Secret. I applaud their work. They have far more resources than I do to host and encourage discussions. Now, let me tell you quick stories about Reddit and Above Top Secret. So Reddit, I was banned after I made one post. Like, they banned me. Like, they deleted my account and they banned me. I posted one of my videos when I had Free Radio Revolution. And it was on the conspiracy Reddit. And I got banned for life. Above Top Secret had this super viral thread on Sandy Hook right after Sandy Hook happened. It had, like, I'd say 80, maybe 100 pages on it, and it was chock full of all kinds of information. Above Top Secret deleted the thread and prohibited anyone from mentioning Sandy Hook, and put an algorithm to catch any references to Sandy Hook and ban them. I shit you not. So you're applauding the work of shill networks and shill websites that are there to gatekeep people and make people into idiots and fall deep inside the bullshit hole is what they want you to do. And finally, I've been trying to create time with my schedule so I can analyze over 11,000 helpful comments at this website. Almost all of them include useful data points that could reveal more about the man. No, they reveal more about your idiocy and the idiotic people that live or go to this website. This is a massive project and requires intense focus. I guess so. I guess anything of real research would be far above your capacity, so sticking with comments is probably a smart thing to do, because then you stay with people that are dumb and you can read their dumb comments and think that you might be even a little bit smarter than they are. Since late 2015, I mentioned these concerns for a few months. Things seemed to simmer down to a manageable level, but then in the past 10 days, a fresh flurry of unpublishable comments moved this decision to the forefront again. I can't remain undecided indefinitely. So effective of this morning, I'm closing comments on this site. It will take a few days to make changes. This seems harsh to the regular visitors for the past 6 years. 6 fucking years. You know, somebody left a comment on my website, and this is what they said on my website, on my one of my YouTube videos the other day. And they said, because I was referring to how the Mandela effect is just blown up on YouTube over the past year or so. And, you know, of course, right around, just after Flat Earth and all that. And what this person said was that they had been discussing this and researching it for years and years and years. And so, and that I was totally wrong, and that there's a lot of people that are involved, and they've been researching it for years, and there's a lot more information and all that. So I said, well, congratulations. You have spent years of your life discussing absolute bullshit, something that I can fully debunk in a matter of hours, which I did. So that's pretty sad for you if you've fallen for this. Honestly, that's a sign that you need to stop watching YouTube videos. You really do. Because if you're going to go and watch the Truth Media Revolution and all the other bullshit channels out there pushing this absolute garbage, you know, I mean, you're just wasting your time. You're buried in bullshit, and you're too dumb to see it. and that's your fault. It's your fault you're a dummy. You know, you've got all the resources you need right in front of you to actually get yourself educated and learn about the world and learn about the idiocy of the Mandela effect. Watch all my videos and you'll be better off. I mean, it's not too late. You can, you know, open up a bunch of books and start, you know, enhancing your brain power, or you can just continue to watch idiotic videos, pushing absolute bullshit and playing with your fucking distorted memories, because your memories are just memories, and people forget things all the time. People, like, they do experiments about people. They'll tell them something and then they'll tell them to write it down, what they just told them, and people will get it wrong. People can't remember things that happened 5 minutes ago, let alone 15, 20, 35, 100 years ago. So don't waste your time with this bullshit. This website will continue to be a resource of bullshit and garbage. In fact, my next project is to add more links across the site connecting major threads about specific memories. Long-time visitors are probably aware that some of the most useful conversations haven't been linked to one another. Even comments about Nelson Mandela and the Berenstain Bears appear randomly and without connections. Oh well, at least you got something to keep yourself busy with. Also, I'd like to add more new science updates. You have nothing to do with science. That could help. Okay, this is just dumb. This is dumb. Fascinating. It's a garbage website. You're fraud. It's a shill channel. It's a shill website. You're just total bullshit. So, what do we got here? Memories? Memories! Look at this. Memories. What are we going to get here? 51 or 52 states. You're dumb. That's the answer. You're a fucking retard. At this point in time in your life, being a full-grown, middle-aged adult, and you don't know all 50 states, you're about as dumb as they come. And you don't even deserve to have a voice, let alone a channel or any sort of attention. Berenstain Bears. Who gives a shit? It's Berenstain Bears. And which can you recall? How old are you? And how dumb are you? You're just dumb. That's the problem with you, because if you're still reading Berenstain Bears, then you're a retard, because those are little children's books. And if you read them way back 20, 30, 40 years ago, you probably got it wrong, and all you have to do is go back and check it. Billy Graham's funeral on TV. Don't remember it, so probably didn't happen. Challenger shuttle explosion date, 1986, 100%. Hasn't been changed one bit. You're a fucking moron. Colors, chartreuse and more. Many people recall chartreuse as pink or reddish color. It's actually yellowish green. Well, that's not my fault, it's your fault. Henry VIII portrait with the turkey leg in his hand. Henry VIII portrait with a turkey leg in his hand. Well, maybe there is a portrait of him with a turkey leg in his hand. Maybe somebody put it in a Simpsons thing or something like that. You got it wrong. I actually studied art history, so I'm pretty good with history. Art history and stuff like that, so I don't recall him having a turkey in his hand in that famous painting of him. Let's check it out. Henry the Eighth portrait. Let's see. Maybe we can find one with a turkey in your hand, and then you could... Yeah, this is the famous one here, right? With him standing. He doesn't have a turkey. He doesn't have... What does he have in his hand? I'm not quite sure what he has there. It's like a leather satchel or something like that. So it's an easy mistake. You could make that mistake because you know he's holding something, and you've probably seen other instances of wealthy people with a turkey in their hand and mistook this portrait as that. But clearly that's not a turkey. It's actually his gloves. That's what he has. It's a glove in his hand, I'm pretty sure. You can see the fingers here. So, you know, that's all you got to do. I mean, your mind is not anywhere near perfect, so you just got to go and check it out. If you remember that, you got it wrong. You just mistook a glove for a turkey. That's not a big deal, is it? Let's see here. Jif or Jiffy peanut butter? Jif peanut butter, Jiffy Pop. That's how dumb you are. Jif is the peanut butter, or Jiffy Pop. I can just tell you that right away. Let's check this out. Okay, so go to all. Let's say Jif peanut butter. Yep, Jif peanut butter. Actually, we'll go to images so you can see it. There it is, Jif peanut butter. Now let's go to Jiffy Pop. Jiffy Pop. That's why you got it wrong, because you're dumb. That's all. You're just dumb. And you fall for this shit because you're a retard. And you need to stop watching YouTube videos, unless you're going to watch mine, and get off the internet and start opening up books. That's all. It's that simple. Mother Teresa, a saint before 2016. I don't recall her being canonized, but maybe she was. Go check it out. Nelson Mandela's death in prison. Absolutely not. He died, he may have died a week or two or whatever earlier than when they announced it, but he most certainly did not die in the 1980s like the Mandela effect retards say. And of course they base their entire madness off of Mandela's death on shitty, faulty bullshit memories that he died sometime in the 80s when he absolutely did not. In fact, let's just put this to rest for good. South Africa Rugby World Cup. When was it? World Cup. Mandela. Yeah, there we go. So as a kid, I remember this very clearly. This is the World Cup. Now, if we... that's in... Let's see here. Where would we have this? I'm just looking for the date that this was. So this is not long after, maybe a couple years after Nelson Mandela was released from prison. Of course, apartheid was toppled, and he became president of the ANC, and he became the leader of the ANC, and then became elected prime minister or president, sorry, of South Africa. So let's just see if we just search when that was. 1995. Okay. So I remember this. I was pretty young, but I remember watching this with my buddies. And I remember how massive Nelson Mandela was. Probably easily in the top 5 of most famous people in the world at that point in time because of the apartheid. The whole 80s, there was such a huge thing going on with apartheid. There were so many movies, even movies like Lethal Weapon 2 was, the bad guys in it were, Afrikaners, the Dutch sort of, what do you call them? Not the Boers, but, of course, the Boers, the Dutch descendants that were running, the whites that are running Africa, right? The Dutch Afrikaners, that's what they call themselves. So that, nobody has a memory of that. If you have memories of Nelson Mandela dying in the 80s, you're dumb. Or you're just terribly mistaken. That's all. It's that simple. New Zealand's location relative to Australia, we talked about that. That's, it's retarded what people say. Pepsi logos change. Well, they change colors all the time. They make things larger and smaller, and they tweak their logos all the time. All the time. They're always tweaking their logos. Don't waste your time with it. September 22nd or 23rd. What is this regarding? What the hell is that? It's the strangeness of September 22nd. I think I remember they were talking about September 22nd, 23rd, and 2015 was going to be some crazy date or something like that. It's just retarded stuff. There's nothing to it. Sky changes in the sun, moons. No, that's just retardedness. You're dumb. And go to astronomers and people of science to get those answers. Do not go to idiotic shills and YouTube channels that don't know their ass from their elbow. Tiananmen Square. Anybody with a functioning brain that was alive when the Tiananmen Square happened, which was 1989, knows for sure 100% that the tank man was not run over. You're dumb if you think otherwise. In fact, the tank man was a symbol, and it was plastered all over the world. And what was so fantastic about the tank man is that he, by his non-aggressive, peaceful, sort of completely unbelligerent stance, where he was standing in front of he managed to stop all those tanks from progressing, and it became a symbol of, peaceful sort of demonstration, like Gandhiism, if you will, and stuff like that. So all these are dumb. They're all dumb. They're all dumb. Are you dumb? Did you fall for these? I mean, are you so dumb you don't know that the United States has 50 states? If you don't know that the United States has 50 states and you're from the United States, you're a retard. You are a fucking brain dead idiot. Alright? Put away the YouTube. Open up some books. Help your brain. You're not gonna get anything from here. You know, this kind of shit. Charles Schultz or Charles Schultz? Schultz, right? It was always without the T. You know, they're playing with you. That's what it is. It's just idiocy. Ernest Borgnine. In fact, the last time I remember seeing Ernest Borgnine, I believe he was talking about masturbation. Let's see if we can find that. So, Ernest Borgnine, masturbation. Let's see if that comes up. There you go.
You're 91 years old. You look fantastic. You look like you're in your late 60s, early 70s. What's the secret?
I don't dare tell you.
No meat. You don't eat meat.
I masturbate a lot.
Okay,
I love Ernest Borgnine. He's hilarious. Yeah, I remember that. This is from, well, it says here 2008, so it wasn't that long ago. He was still alive. He died in 2012. What's your problem? What is your problem? You know, it's all dumb. It's all fucking retarded. What else do they got here? Jim Henson. Jim Henson died of complications from strep infection or from cancer. Who cares? Go look it up. You can't remember it? Date of death for John Lennon is December the 8th, 1980. Nope, that's when he died. He was shot by Mark Chapman right outside the Dakota whatever mansion there that he lived in where they filmed Rosemary's Baby. It's because I read a lot, I'm a big fan of music, and I have a good memory, and I'm not dumb like you, and I don't get my knowledge from YouTube videos unless, of course, they're from credible sources. John Lennon and Yoko Ono, the location of the Bed-In for Peace. 100% Montreal. I mean, they did a few of them. Dummies. They did a few of them. Bed-In for Peace, they did one... I think they did one in the Netherlands. Let's just check this out. Instead of being retards, let's check it out. Bed-In for Peace. Okay? So, we know for sure that the big one where they did... all we are saying... is give peace a chance. That's in Montreal. That was at the Queen Elizabeth Hotel here in Montreal. In fact, there's a lot of well-known Montrealers that were involved in singing that song. And one of the Smothers Brothers was there, and there was a lot of very famous people that took part in what happened at Queen Elizabeth in Montreal. Okay, but there was another one in the Hilton Hotel. That's why you're getting them mixed up, because you're dumb. You don't do research. You think, well, there must be an alternative timeline. You don't think for a second that you're just dumb and your memories are bad, and that you should go and do a little bit of research, and then maybe it will ring true. There's no doubt about it. It was 100%. There's one in Amsterdam, and the more famous one was here in my hometown, where they recorded Give Peace a Chance, right? And they had all these celebrities and local celebrities from Montreal all taking part. In fact, I believe radio show host Tommy Schnurmacher, and you can contact him about this, Fiona Broome, or any of you dumbass motherfuckers that are pushing this Mandela effect. Contact Tommy Schnurmacher from CJAD. He's a popular Jewish radio host. He has the cards. He was actually holding up the cards for the lyrics that everyone was singing. So he has them. So you can contact him. He'll tell you the date. He was there. Okay? He actually has a show every morning on CJD in Montreal. You can call him up on his show and you can talk to him and you can ask him about this particular event and ask him about the cards instead of going to idiotic websites and who are trying to fuck with your memory. Okay? John Bon Jovi's Some Recall a Startling Mid-90s Lifestyle Announcement. Well, I'm sure some people think that the Loch Ness Monster or, you know, Sasquatch rides around a Loch Ness Monster. Does that make it so? Okay, so Kathy Lee Gifford or Kathy Lee Gifford? What's the difference? Kathy Lee Gifford. You know how easy it is to mistake that? It's two different ways to spell the name. You're a fucking retard. Katy Perry, memories of her using the name Kate, not Katie. Maybe when she made her first album. Maybe. Maybe that's a lot more explainable than your fucking retarded thing. Leonardo DiCaprio absolutely did not win an Oscar at all. He never won an Oscar, but you're a retard. Now, did he give speeches? Of course. He's always up on stage. Probably every Academy Awards at some point or time, Leonardo DiCaprio is getting up on stage and giving a speech about something because he is one of the biggest stars in the world, and you're a retard. Li Kui, Chinese comedian, reported death, still alive. Well, you're wasting time with that. Louis Anderson, alive and well, but his death, and therefore cancellation of his TV show at some point. I don't even remember who Louis Anderson is. Muhammad Ali is 100% not dead. If Muhammad Ali is dead, pretty much everyone on the planet would know because he is probably the most famous and successful black athlete that, probably ever, unless you talk about the Olympics and what's his name there from the German Olympics, the black writer. I can't remember his name, but he won 4 gold medals and stuff like that. Anyway, somebody will post it below. Muhammad Ali has not died because you would know it. There would be no end to the amount of tributes and things made about Muhammad Ali. Neil Armstrong, did he die in 2013 or 2012? Go look it up and find out for yourself. Patrick Swayze, his full recovery reported after his tragic death in this reality. I don't know what you're talking about. And the guy died, right? Peter Fonda, he's still alive. Yeah, well, his dad died in 1982. What is this about? Peter Townsend or Peter Townsend, right? Spelling change. I'm not 100% sure. Peter Townsend. I think it's that, but I could be wrong. We could look it up, and then we could have it correct, sort of thing. We just put in a search there for Peter Townsend. Nope. Yeah, it is Peter Townsend. That's what I thought it was. So what's your problem? Let's see this. Reba McEntire or Reba McEntire? I always thought it was with the E. Let's see. Reba McEntire. The redhead, right? She's Irish. Country singer. Let's see. Reba McEntire. Reba McEntire. I was right. So what's the matter? Is it because you're dumb and you have bad memories and you're, drinking too much corn sugar? I don't know. The fluoride in the water could be a lot of things. Is there a problem with you? Like, do you have a problem with this? Richard Chamberlain did not die in the 1980s, still alive, and I don't even know. I have no idea. Robert Crumb, death report 1990s, still alive. I don't... Actually, there was a movie I saw not too long ago, in the early 2000s, and it featured the artist Robert Crumb. What was it called? Because I know his art, right? He used to... Like, I collect classic rock albums and shit like that. I have... Janis Joplin's band, and they used Robert Crumb. A few other bands did as well. His art. So I never heard of him dying. But he could be dead. I don't know. Is he dead? No. He's not dead. He's 72 years old. It's not that old. In fact, the average person lives to, for men, it's 71 years old. So what's the big deal? The movie I remember, which was, there, I have this album, by the way. That's why I remember this. I just said Janis Joplin. That's Janis Joplin. Cheap Thrills, Big Brother, and the Holding Company. I have 2 copies of this album because I collect records. And it's way before my time. But these are classic rock albums from the 60s. So, what's wrong with your memories, is you're wasting your time on websites like this. Robert Stack. Early death. Rod Serling or Rod Sterling? It's Rod Serling. Is it not? It's Rod Serling. Let's just look it up. The guy from, yeah, Rod Serling from, what do you call it there? He's the creator of, or one of the creators of Twilight Zone. Who thinks it's Sterling? I mean, what's the matter with you? You're fucking dumb. What's confusing? Rodney King. Some have alternate memories of his death, including one. He certainly did not die. Are you kidding? He didn't die. Of course he didn't die. He was still alive recently. In fact, he was, if I'm not mistaken, he came out during Ferguson. Or I may have got that wrong, but let's see. Rodney King. Let's see if he's still alive. Rodney King. No, he died in 2012, so maybe I got that wrong. Alright. Died 2012. Whatever. We all make mistakes. There's so many things that we get flooded with. Shirley Temple. I have no idea. I mean, Sinbad. Did he ever play a genie in a movie? Did he ever play a genie? Full stop. I don't know. I mean, the guy was a fucking retard. Terry Pratchett. According to some, he died shortly after his announcement of his illness. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett divorced 10 years ago? Why would you care? Just look it up. Yogi Berra died September 2015. Well, it's because he's so old, right? And you think, well, he existed so long ago, he must have died. Well, no. Some people just retire from celebrity life and they go live quietly and enjoy their lives. 9/11. Did it happen on 9/11? Most people, fuck off. You know, fuck you. Fuck you. You know, just fuck off. Just fuck off at this point. Just fuck off. Thanksgiving, 3rd or 4th week of Thursday, November. Who cares? I mean, I'm a Canadian, so it's a different for us. It's like in November. Oh no, it's in. I think it's in October. I don't know. I don't pay attention to these things. Hurricane Katrina, was it April or August? Well, logic dictates it's August. Just logic. You know why? Because the hurricane season starts later in the year. It takes time for hurricanes to form because the water has to be warm enough for it. Let's check it out then. Let's do it properly and find out Hurricane Katrina, and then we can find out exactly when it happened. It wasn't that long ago. The Atlantic hurricane season. So, August 28th. As I said, hurricane season. Okay. So, why do I know this right away? Because hurricane seasons start in the midsummer, not in April. You understand? So this particular season started in June the 8th, but it really peaks around October, November. Yeah, it does. And it's because the water is warmer at that point in time. And it's the warm air mixed with the cold air, these fronts coming together that create these storms. You see, I knew that just from logic. Like, I didn't have to think back and remember my memories. I just said, well, I know that it can't be April because the hurricane seasons never go. And you know, another reason why I know it, because I've vacationed several times in the Caribbean. And I always know that you never want to go to the Caribbean in the fall. Or you don't want to book a cruise. It's a risky thing. Geography. All the people pushing Mandela effect are retards or shills. They are retards or they are shills. Okay? That's it. That's all there is to it. You're sub to these channels? Well, you're an idiot if you keep sub to those channels. You're a fucking idiot. Why are you sub to? Are you sub to them because you want to get disinformation all the time? Or you get off on? Does it make you sexually excited to get fucking bullshit? I mean, what's your reasoning for subscribing to channels that are pushing the Mandela effect? How dumb are you? I mean, how dumb are you? It's unbelievable. I've never seen such dumb people in my life. The people that would fall for this. This is like all of these things. Every single one that I've come across is instantly debunkable. I mean, I don't even have to do it. I mean, look at this. Am I 500 times or 1,000 times smarter than, say, Fiona Broome and all the people pumping? Because that's the way I feel. I feel like you people are... I mean, you're not even human. I mean, you'd be an insult to like tadpole intelligence. Maybe if you were lobotomized tadpoles, then you might be in the right realm of intelligence, right? You had 3/4 of your brain removed and you're a little tadpole swimming in a bowl. then you would probably buy all this shit because you're really, really dumb. And that's true. I mean, there is a thing about intelligence, right? And people that don't read, and people that don't challenge their brain, people that just watch TV end up being very stupid people. Chelsea Gardner, the guy from the movie, of course, Peter Sellers, which was being there. And being there a lot to deal with the New World Order, of course. And this guy, Chelsea Gardner, actually, I'll put that up. I'll say, show you this. Being there. If you haven't seen the movie, you should see the movie. All right. It's pretty hilarious. It's a real critique on the idiocy of Americans. And on how ridiculous and fake political campaigns are, and how your leaders are most often idiots, useful idiots that are chosen. So this guy, and they show him walking on water, of course, he's Peter Sellers, and I think it's his last movie that he ever did. I'm not sure. Peter Sellers is fucking brilliant comedian, right? Great comedic actor. Now, he was a guy that spent his whole life never leaving the home. He lived in this mansion in Manhattan, and he was a gardener. And all he would do all his life, so he's in his 40s or 50s at this point, and what happens is the owner of the mansion dies, and they come and they seize the mansion, and they send this guy out. You know, they say, you got to leave. And he's like, well, where am I going to go? He's never been anywhere. So he takes a television remote with him. I shit you not. And he thinks that whenever anything bad happens, he can flip the channel. So a bunch of street kids hold him up for his money, and he pulls out the television remote and starts trying to click the channels. This guy becomes president of the United States by the end of the film. People are being dumbed down to, I mean, if you have problems with these, now I used to teach at elementary level, I'll tell you, the kids would nail this. I mean, the kid, even like the 6, 7, 8-year-olds, they would fucking school all you fools. I'm not shitting you. I mean, they're way smarter than you. You're fucking dumb. I mean, you are so fucking dumb if you can't figure this shit out. Antarctica hasn't existed for a very long time. Oh my god. How dumb do you have to be? Japan, what do you call it in relation to China? Alaska, coastline radically different. It's idiocy. Madagascar, location and general geography. Mongolia. I mean, if you're talking to people that think that there's an alternative sort of reality that they're living in because of the Berenstain Bears, these are the last people on the planet that you want to go to get a geography lesson from, because they're fucking retards. Are you insulted by me calling you a retard? Good. I hope so. I hope you have many sleepless nights and you hear my voice in your head while you're tossing and turning in bed thinking, he just said I'm a retard. You are a retard. You're a fucking retard. This is the dumbest psyop I've ever seen. And fuck all of you that pushed this and got behind it and you know, contributed to it. They're making fun of you. Mongolia, part of China or separate. You fucking retards! Fucking retards. Sri Lanka location. Due south of India, not southeast. Well, it's because you're fucking retards. Wales, east or west. I mean, you're fucking retards. That's all. You're retards. You can't figure this shit out because you're dumb. Now, was the famous line... This is funny, too. I was talking to Press Reset about this. This is why you're dumb. Was the famous line, life is like a box of chocolates, or life was like a box of chocolates? Life is? Well, because he says it several times in the film. He says it in the opening of the film. My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. But then another time he's saying to somebody else later in the movie, life is like a box of chocolates. But you people are too fucking stupid to do the fucking work. Just go and buy the fucking t-shirt. Yes, we have t-shirts. I'm a fucking retard. I fell for the Mandela effect. That's the t-shirt that you need. You should get the tattoo on your forehead. And you should get fucking neutered or spayed at the fucking same time. And do the world a favor. A favor. Do the world a favor. Don't procreate. Don't contribute to anything. I don't even know. I don't want you to kill yourself. I don't want to say that kind of stuff because that's just mean. But the world is going to be better off without you.